Hey, what's up? It's Rashad Antonio. We are the Upon Further Review. It's the day after Christmas, the first day of Boxing Day in Canada and Australia. The first day of Kwanzaa, you know what I'm saying, for my African Americans, and also the first day of Hanukkah. So, happy celebration season.
Yes.
We, on the other hand, are here with you today because we got to talk about 2024. We watched a lot of stuff this year.
Oh, we sure enough did,
I
Rashad.
didn't even I was looking at my list the other day. I was like, man. And I'm pretty sure there's something up here that I just didn't put on it because I always forget something. But for the
Yeah.
exhaustive list of what we got, it's a lot. We're just gonna show you how the show's gonna work today. If you since we want to watch in particular, go down to the timestamps. I'll timestamp this after the premiere. And you can see like where you want to jump to. But yeah, we just first want to talk about everything we watched this year. Just a quick
Mm-hmm.
rundown. The most disappointing TV, most disappointing film, best animation, best TV, best
Mm-hmm.
movie, and our
Mm-hmm.
personal favorite. Because just because something is our favorite doesn't mean it's the best. Okay,
Correct.
so all right,
So this is the list that I compiled of everything I saw. And for me, unlike last year, this was a television year. I looked at the movies that I saw and the movies that I wanted to see, period. And man, it's slim pickings. It is like
uh-huh.
it is few and in between for movies I watched this year compared to last. I think last year I saw maybe like 15 movies last year. Y'all, we can go back and watch it. That we have the last year's wrap up there as well. This year, I only watched one, two. I'm gonna count this one as one movie, even though it's in three parts. So one, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight, nine, 10. 10 movies this year.
You
10
know,
movies. And these,
last year was slim.
yeah. And
I
then
mean, real slim.
as far as TV series, I saw 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. I'm gonna say that with a caveat with is maybe one or two shows that I saw that are older shows that, you know what I'm saying, but I binged them this year or whatever. So let's go. Let's start with the movies first. Let's get them out the way.
All right.
The movies that I saw this year: Doom 2, Godzilla Kong, Crisis on Infinity Earths Part 1, 2, and 3, Godzilla Minus One. I know that's an older movie, but it came out the year before, but I saw it like right at the beginning of this year. Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes, Deadpool and Wolverine, Furiosa, Gladiator 2, Beetlejuice, and finally, Lord of the Rings, War of the Rohirrim. Those are all the movies that I saw this year.
All right.
For you Wicked fans up there, I'm sorry. I didn't see it. I
No, no
didn't see
thanks.
it.
All
Sorry.
right. This
I
is what
might still go see it, but it's not on
I'm
my
never
high
gonna watch
priority.
it. I hate no the musical hater. It's okay.
Yes.
Okay. This is my movies.
Let's go.
Madam Web, Doom
Yeah, I
2,
guess. Okay.
Godzilla X Kong,
Mm-hmm.
Furiosa,
Mm-hmm.
because I have kids, Inside Out 2.
Okay.
Um Transformers 1,
Kids.
Deadpool Wolverine,
Mm-hmm.
Gladiator 2,
Okay.
War of the Rohirrim.
Okay.
So I saw a
Okay.
couple more, and like there's I didn't really watch any movies that didn't come out this year. Oh yeah,
Okay.
I saw. Oh yeah, the movies I saw this year that didn't come out this year. I saw the Jujutsu Kaisen origin movie, and I watched Prey, the
Oh,
Predator prequel.
that was that was a good movie.
It really was.
All right. So you want to get the movies out the way first, and then we go into TV shows, or how you want to do this?
Let's just go ahead and name the TV shows we saw.
Okay, I'll go. TV shows. True Detective, Night Country, X-Men 97, Shogun. Was this two of Invincible? Tales of the Empire, The Acolyte, The Penguin, Interview with a Vampire, House of the Dragon, the final season of Grownish, Fallout, the final season of Power Book 2, Ghosts, The Boys, um, the first two parts of the final season of Cobra Kai, Batman, the Cape Crusader, Agatha All Along, Gundam, Requiem for Vengeance, The Bear, Skeleton Crew, Doom Prophecy, and the old show that I watch, Attack on Titan.
Yeah. Yeah, so here's mine. I'm glad you did yours
Okay.
first because like it's like 4 hour watch. I totally forgot. So that didn't put on my list. All right.
Okay.
Start from January. The
Okay.
Brother Son, Mr. and
Okay.
Mrs. Smith, The Vince Staples Show, House
Hmm.
of Ninjas,
Hmm.
Shogun, The
Hmm.
Gentleman, Invincible,
Hmm.
Tales of the Empire,
Hmm.
Acolyte,
Hmm.
Fallout,
Hmm.
X-Men 97, The
Hmm.
Boys,
Hmm.
Batman the Cape Crusader,
Hmm.
Demon Slayer, Hashira Trainer Arc, House of the Dragon, The Penguin,
Hmm.
Terminator Zero, that's an anime on Netflix, Windbreaker, another anime, Agatha All Along, Gundam Requiem for Vengeance, and I don't really want to count came out in December because they ain't finished yet. But of course, you know what we watching right now, and then
Doom.
other stuff. Jujutsu Kaisen, I watched the whole thing of that. Finished Winning
Uh-huh.
Time on Max.
Okay.
Saw almost all of My Hero Academia. I'm still finishing season 7 as we speak.
Yeah.
Legend of Vox Machina, Mobile Suit Gundam Seed, Mobile Suit
Okay.
Gundam Destiny. All right, so
Okay.
that's all
Question.
the crap I watched
So we're gonna basically stuff that came in December, we're just gonna add that
to
into
January
next
because it
year
ain't like
to
because
January. Yeah.
what we
Because
watching
like the
right
one
now.
thing we really want to see, the one thing we really want to see, because I mean we watching right now
It's like
Creature
Creature
Commandos,
Commando is
but
not done.
it's not done.
Um, the Star Wars Skeleton Crew ain't
Creature
really
Crew is
done.
really,
We got like
yeah,
4 more episodes of that. So
yeah.
what else?
What if starts
What if
Monday,
starts
Tuesday,
Sunday?
starts Sunday? Yeah,
You know what
excuse
I'm
me.
saying?
Yeah,
So Sunday 22nd. So that's
second.
not
Yeah.
really finished yet. So yeah,
Okay.
we'll leave that stuff for the side. But yeah,
Okay.
but all the stuff that we watched basically from January 1 to like the second week of December. Yeah,
Hmm.
this is all this stuff.
This is
All
it.
right.
So let's go. Let's get into it.
What is your most disappointing TV show?
My most disappointing TV show, Rashad. Good God. I don't want to do this, but I'm gonna
Do
have
it.
to.
Do it.
The Acolyte.
Oh, yeah, I feel
The
you.
Ac the Acolyte. The Acolyte is the most disappointing for me. Um, the show that I will say that is probably, and this is gonna suck for me to say it too, that's next in line. I'm just going the Acolyte. That's what I'm saying. For me, it's the Acolyte is the most disappointing. Is was probably the most disappointing show for me in that, and for me, it's not for what the incels and the rest of these people that are pissed off about the show was about.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? What they were upset about. I was more upset about the show because there were certain things that just didn't make sense. You know, it just didn't make sense, and some things just didn't really come together in a certain type of way. Like I think for me, the only gripe that I can understand with, the super duper fanboys who lost their mind about it, and that's barely understanding, is how you have these geniuses in Palpatine and these geniuses in Darth Plagueis who was trying their damnedest to, create the perfect, what I'm saying, being, but you got these space witches that aren't the Dathomirians who were able to do it and split it into two and split it and make two of them. That's kind of like my biggest thing that right with that, but not really. You know what I'm saying? And I just think it's a lot of things that just didn't really flow well with the show. What about you,
I'm not
Rashad?
even mad at what you're saying. Like, how did Virginia Union get a pair of Air Force Ones? Anyway,
I thought you was mad at me because I saw
no,
your face
no,
balling
like,
up.
because
Oh yeah,
okay,
I was
first
like,
off,
I said, I guess I'm
I
not cooking
lost.
right there.
I lost the draw. You were cooking. I lost the draw for the Travis Scotts, so I'm mad about
Uh-huh.
that. And then I'm looking at
Yeah.
what else came out, and Virginia
I
Union got a
forgot to tell you
pair of
about
Air
that.
Force Ones. I'm
We did a
like, how
story
the
about
hell
that.
y'all get some Air Force Ones? I'm so
We did a story about that on my job yesterday, and I was
because I
like,
knew
"What?" I
Howard
know.
was getting a pair. I did not
Yeah,
know
yeah.
raggedy ass Virginia. I'm sorry. Let's stay focused.
Oh shit. We love our
Uh,
HBCUs.
have y'all seen
Rashad,
Virginia Union? Have y'all know like shout out to Richmond? Y'all know what they had in Richmond?
I
Okay.
just want to say Rashad is still scarred after his freshman year. We had a game there.
Yeah, man, the daggone stands
The
broke
the
on my boy,
the
yo. Like
bleachers
it was
caved in on the band
crazy.
when we was coming here. Anyway,
Yeah, we had to move our whole section. We had to move the whole band to another section. Anyway, my most speaking of disappointment, and this is gonna be a little bit controversial. My most disappointing TV show, 24, is The Boys. And I'm gonna tell you
mm,
why it's disappointing to me. I feel
okay,
like they relied way more on shock and awe this year than they have ever in the prior seasons. And I'm cool with the gore. I'm cool with,
hmm,
the random, overtly hypersexualized stuff that happens in the show.
okay,
And I'm not even mad about the theme
okay,
of the show this year was about basically like which is just a mirror to what America is right now. Just,
nice,
very much on 11. So yeah,
fanaticism. Hmm.
yeah. Like I'm not mad about that. The thing I'm mad about is I just wasn't feeling the plot. You know what I'm saying? Like I wasn't from episode to episode. I just wasn't locked into what they were trying to do series wise. Like even like the episode where they had they went to the, of course, spoils for everything. We went
Hmm.
to the compound
Hmm.
where oh my god, where the vice president to be, where she stayed, was Stan Edgar's daughter.
With the,
Was
yeah,
it
you
was
talking about
wait
with the crazy animals, the crazy
Yeah,
barn animals?
yeah.
Yeah.
That episode sucks. Like I did not like it. Like it was like this is goofy. Now I'm like this. Like I try to like how sometimes you love something so much you try to rationalize with yourself that this is like,
Yeah.
oh man, this is. I was like, yo, okay. And then the last episode when they killed what's her name, Veronica,
The
um when they killed the girl who was trying to be vice president because she was trying to
They
protect her
did.
daughter and all that. Like
Yeah.
I just didn't like. I didn't like it, because I know they're trying to set up President Homelander and all that stuff, but I don't know. Like I just wasn't feeling it. Like to me, like her character was such a charismatic, and like it's the character I look forward to most outside of the actual boys. So the
Okay.
character on the periphery that I liked the most was her, and then killing her off because we got to keep it moving to set up Homelander to be this degenerate, totalitarian of a president, because that's where the show is gonna go. I'm like,
Yeah.
got to do that for that. I'm like, all right, man, whatever, yo. And yeah, the boys wasn't it for me
You,
this year.
you know what? I agree with you, Rashad, on the whole shock factor thing. Because what made The Boys a great show was how it was first of all, it was a great, great storytelling as far as was that. But then when they did give us shock factor, you weren't expecting it. It came out of nowhere with it, and you was just like, "Yo," or whatever, and just be
Just
like,
like
"I
just
can't
like just like the
believe."
first episode, we got the
Right.
first 20 minutes is literally what's your boy's name? Louis Lou the Quaid's
The
character,
normal.
Jack
Yeah, yeah,
Quaid's
yeah. I
character.
know.
Like
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
oh yeah, my bad.
Huey. Uh-huh.
Huey at like the the bootleg Circuit City,
Mm-hmm.
him and his girl talking, and then
Mm-hmm.
A Train just eviscerates her in the street, and his hand and her hands are still in his hands.
Mm-hmm.
That's the type of stuff I was like, damn, this is crazy.
Yeah.
But this
Or
season,
even the superhero orgy episode, which
yeah,
is
yeah,
possibly
again, like the
the
overtly sexual.
wildest,
I like,
yeah, the
yo,
wildest thing that we've ever seen. But it was
like,
just like, oh
yo, this
snap.
is ridiculous. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? Like that stuff is
This
like, okay, I get it. But this season, I feel like they were
It seemed
trying
like they
to.
were just trying their hard. They would like, oh, I think that episode, the superhuman orgy episode, was they're just like, yo, how are we going to top that? And they trying too hard. And the thing is, you don't have to do that. And it seemed like every episode they were trying to
I'm trying to
do
up the
something
ante.
for shock, yeah, for shock value when it wasn't necessary.
Another thing that I didn't like too, and I think this is the thing that really pissed me off the most, is
Uh-huh.
the Kamiko and Frenchie and the other kid that he was the guy from the advocacy center that Starlight was at,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
that love triangle, and he's the person that whole mystery behind Frenchie and the family
Hmm.
with the director and all that. I
Hmm.
hated that because they dragged that thing out for so
They
long,
did.
yo. And he's
They
feeling all
did.
sad just for the last episode to him to come back. Like it was whack.
Right.
All right.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what my most disappointing film was.
All right.
Now,
Let's hear it.
there are some films I watched I knew was gonna be trash at the jump, but gotta gotta have stuff to talk about. And that was Man of Web. There are some other things too that I was like, I'm not really expecting this to be great, but
Hmm.
it is what it is. And I gotta be honest, most disappointing film of the year to me is Gladiator 2. Looking back at the original Gladiator, it was a okay. Two things.
I'm gonna stop you real quick. That is my most disappointing film as
all
well. So we can just go. We can just you and me.
right,
We can
all
just.
right, yeah. Let's
We
let's
can
let's let's
just.
let's talk
We
about
can
it.
do this.
So,
We can do this together. Yep.
all right. So, like the thing that pisses me off the most is like I was telling one of my coworkers we were talking about the storyline, and I was like, the storyline just doesn't make sense. And sometimes for the plot to work, you have to believe in the mechanics of what they're trying to convey to you as the audience. And the leap that they wanted us to make, that our main character
Lucius, luscious Lucius.
Lucius was the love child of Maximus and what's his mama's name? Don't even matter.
Lucella.
Yeah,
Lucella.
Lucilla. Yeah. That Maximus and Lucilla had a love child, and the fact that it was hidden from everybody, and then they take the kid away, they end up losing him, and then he comes back because conquest, and then he's a slave, and then he ends up fighting, and Denzel Washington wants to burn Rome to the ground. It's just like, yo, it just was
Yeah.
too many
Yeah.
leaps that they wanted us to make. And and as soon as I found that out, it's like, yeah, I'm done. Cause like, it was like, because the notion that this kid wanted to follow up on the ideals of Maximus and of, what's the dude before him? The guy who
Mark
wanted,
Mark Marcus Aurelius.
yeah, Marcus Aurelius, like
His
he was,
grandpappy.
yeah, like he was like more like an acolyte of
Hmm.
them and not just a blood relative. Oh,
Hmm.
Tony, you know what happened?
What happened?
They did like they went the Skywalker route with this, and that's where they
Ray
messed up.
Skywalker.
Everybody
Ray
doesn't have
Scow.
to be related. You know what I'm saying? Everybody doesn't have to be
Yeah.
a part of the family for it to be impactful. And this movie would have been so much more impactful to me if they would have just made this a regular bastard who was trying his best to do what he had to do.
hmm Who didn't want the throne, and he just wanted to live his life living up to the ideals of his grandfather and the ideals of one Maximus Decimus Meridius. Yeah, this, like I said, I was concerned. So this movie I was very excited for. But and
Yeah.
I was all the way excited for it until like about 2 weeks before the movie came out. I started seeing stuff like, oh, this is the revenge of Maximus's son. And I was like, what, huh? And I'm seeing reputable like movie critics and entertainment reporters saying this. I work with one of these entertainment reporters and he says this. And I'm not going to question my guy. I'm just going to wait to see what the hell is going on here because I'm not the sharpest knife in the drawer, Rashad, but I got common
Uh-huh.
sense. And
Uh-huh.
I certainly remember Maximus had his son and his wife, and his only son that he had got trampled by, you know what I'm saying, the Praetorian Guard when they was ordered to go kill him, whatever, kill him and his wife. And they, like you said, once again, shock value going wrong. Trying to number one, I was just like, how are they going to make this happen and say, oh, this is Maximus' son? Or maybe he's just going to adopt the name of Maximus. No, they tried to say Lucius the whole time. And then, and I already went on a rant about this when we reviewed the movie. And I went on my little rant about what happened with it. And then what ends up happening, Rashad, people started doing exactly what I said. Well, I can understand or I can see
Yo,
how.
you
No,
did.
you
People
can't,
and
man.
people started
I went back.
commenting too about like that. He was like, "Oh, that was so." I said, "Yo, the first
Oh,
movie never." I said, "The first movie gives us no indication that that happened."
I saw the first movie before I went to go see Gladiator 2 to make sure this wasn't true. And then I saw it again afterwards to me, to look for little things. It was nothing that Lucella hinted at to say, yo, that's your pappy, or hey, Maximus, yeah, that's your kid right there. There was no type of indication of that whatsoever. And for
Hey,
people to sit there and play in my face and be like, oh, yeah, it is, stop, man.
there's even no indication that they was clapping cheeks either. This
And
is
right.
and like
It,
and the fact and also the thing too that I think people don't understand is that if let's say all those things happen, that devalues him
mm-hmm,
as a Maximus
mm-hmm,
so much for the original movie. Like
mm-hmm.
this is where retroactive continuity goes to die because it makes the first if you watch this movie and you think, oh my God, yo, this is great. Go look at the first movie and think about it
Yeah.
in context of what they're saying about this man in the second movie.
I
He's
will.
because they have him as this martyr character, right? And
Mm-hmm.
they're not having him as the flawed man. They're having him
Mm-hmm.
as the man on a revenge tour. And
Hey, go
you
ahead,
feel what I'm
Rashad. Say what
saying?
else.
And then the fact that he is out here, got this girl on the side, has a child, you know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? And now he go like
Mm-hmm.
him going back home and
It
crying.
diminishes. It diminishes
That
him. It
whole
diminishes Maximus. Everything. And then what also killed me about this movie as well was this. This movie was the climax when Pedro Pascal's character has his army. I just want to say his army. I want to repeat that again. His army and his, legion hanging outside the gates of Rome, and he dies. And the mother gives Lucius the ring. Lucius gets the the doctor, hey, go to this army, look for this one guy, tell them The grandson of Marcus Aurelius needs them. They think you're dead, bro. No one knows that you're Marcus Aurelius' grandson. Like what? And then this guy just willy nilly passes scouts, passes the main gate of the setup for the where they're tented out
Encampment.
at the encampment, rides straight up to the officer's tent where the stop playing in my face, Rashad. That's all I'm saying. I will give you one good thing from this movie: two great acting performances. Number one by that crazy brother. I can't think. I don't forgot. I don't know the actor's name. I can't think of it right now. But the crazy emperor brother who named the monkey his his counselor. That dude did a great job acting. And of course, Denzel Washington just had a field day playing this role. He was a peacock. He he was arrogant. He was brash. But like you said, Rashad, he wants things to burn, but they
Hmm.
never really go into why. I think they said that he was a gladiator, but there's no history into why. And they're trying to correlate that to what's to do Massimo from the first gladiator, the one who told Maximus what to do. You know what I'm saying? What to do, win the crowd and win your freedom. And then he was like, I was a gladiator. He says, I knew Marcus Aurelius. And remember, Maximus laughed at him and said, You knew Marcus Aurelius? He says, No, I made the crowd love me. And he loved me for that. And he gave me my freedom. You understood why he was that way. So, yeah,
Yeah.
I don't want to talk about this no more because I was really disappointed. And I think we got better things to talk about.
Yeah. You talking about Emperor Caracalla
Yeah, Caracalla. Yeah, uh-huh.
and Gator's brother. Yeah, that was Fred Heckinger?
Yeah, yeah.
Hetchinger?
I think he
Yeah.
did a I think he did a great job playing that crazy because it seems like he has like syphilis or some type of
Yeah,
ball
yeah, yeah,
cancer that's
yeah.
affected his
This sort
brain.
of
Yeah.
cognitive erosion. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
Probably from syphilis. Anyway,
Hmm.
all right, yo. So, what
Yeah.
was your
So
favorite movie of the year? I mean,
my
well, I'm sorry, the best movie of the year.
okay. The best movie of the year, Doom 2.
It's unanimous.
Doom 2. I'm sorry. I'm gonna say this about Doom 2. Um, I have some coworkers who were really down on the first Doom. I'm not saying I agree with them, but I understood maybe why. Because it was a slow build. It was a slow burn.
And then it cuts right
However,
off.
and it did right, it just ends. And then you're sitting there like,
That's it.
that's it. All right, bet. This one really made up for it. Timothy Chalamet is making his case as the best actor of his generation, you know, along with, Zendaya and then possibly Tom Holland, depending on what happens, some more stuff with him. But he's coming along as the best actor of his generation. Um, and he did a hell of a job with this. The story, the world building, how beautiful it looked, and the fight scenes were amazing. Shout out to Austin Butler, who finally lost his Elvis accent. Doing He finally lost his Elvis accent playing this role of probably I think me and Rashad's favorite character in the movie this year. Run that fade,
Run that
Rotha.
fade,
That fade,
Rafa.
Rotha. And I mean, it was such a great movie. Granted, this movie kind of ended like, oh man, but we know it's going to be a third one, and I just thought it was an excellent movie all the way around.
Yeah. I've watched this movie maybe like 9 more times
Mm-hmm.
since I've seen it in the movies.
Mm-hmm.
And it it hit every time, man. Like,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I can't lie, yo. Like this in the past couple of years, this is probably like my second favorite movie. You know what
Okay.
I'm saying? Like it's
Mm-hmm.
every time I watch
Mm-hmm.
this movie, I see
Mm-hmm.
something different.
Mm-hmm.
I realize like Denis Villeneuve is definitely S tier working director right now.
Mm-hmm.
Like and just the visual of Dune is so it's just so epic. Like
Yeah.
saw this in IMAX as it should be, and it just was beautiful. Like
Yeah.
the script was great, everybody's acting great. What's my
Hmm.
man name? Listen like like we had like it was a bunch
Oh
of
yeah,
memes
yeah.
from this.
Javier Bardem.
Javier Bardem, yeah, I didn't want to say
Hmm.
that, but like I said, that's
Yeah.
him. You know, we used to see him playing
Yeah.
some like just
Hmm.
wretched, just killer of a character. So it was good to see
Yeah.
him playing, somebody like basically like a John the Baptist type character because he was definitely heralding
This
the way for Paul Atreides.
this might be my second favorite role that he's done.
Yeah,
My
yeah,
first favorite is still him and Bond when he played Raoul. His first, but oh, he was
yeah,
fantastic in Bond.
yeah.
I forget which Bond that is.
It was one of them joints, yo. I forget. Yeah, I know you're
Yeah,
talking about, but
yeah,
nah, yo, like
yeah.
Dune 2, man. Like I can't give you a whole lot because it's just a good movie. If y'all haven't seen Dune 2,
Do
it's on
yourself a favor.
Max.
Yeah.
Just go ahead and just watch it, man. If you and okay. If you want to speed run the first Dune, you can. You
Mm-hmm.
shouldn't
You shouldn't.
because
Yeah.
Dune 2 pays off Dune 1 so well.
They're basically one
It's
movie,
yeah,
but
yeah, yeah,
it's
yeah, yeah,
just
yeah.
it's
You
one
yeah.
long ass movie, you know. It's one long, kind of like how Kill Bill Volume 1 and Volume 2 is really
Exactly right.
one long movie, but they split it up for time and money as well.
Man, we
So
could I can't sit down and watch no 5 hour film.
no, man,
So
can't do it.
but nah man, I
Mm-hmm.
really love Dune 2, man. It was
Hmm.
cannot wait for Dune Messiah.
All right.
Also, if you're not watching Dune Prophecy, that's
Mm-hmm.
just a great accompanying piece that kind of builds out the world,
Hmm.
even though it's 10,000 years before Paul Atreides. All
Okay.
right. What
Favorite TV show?
was your favorite TV? Matter of fact, I'll go
So
first. I'll go first.
yeah, go ahead, Rashad.
So with this, man, like
Mhm.
this was definitively the year
Uh-huh.
for TV.
Yes.
And I mean, there was so much good TV. We got Agatha all along, which was a hit for the MCU. Finally, they got one this year.
Hold on. I think I forgot a TV show.
What's that?
Did Lord did Lord of the Rings come out too?
Damn, it did. Yeah, yeah,
We forgot to
yeah.
say Lord of the Rings. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Lord of the Rings TV show on Amazon Prime. That definitely came out too. We watched that, and the sad part is we watched it and we covered it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So like that was season 2. What's the name of the show?
Um,
I'm drawing a blank. I'm sorry, guys.
Rings of Conquest.
Rings of Power. All right.
Rings of Power.
So
Yeah,
Rings
close
of
enough.
Conquest.
Close enough.
Close enough.
Close enough.
Anyway, and that was a strong season too. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
oh, yeah, Rings of Power season 2 was really good. So
Uh-huh.
even like a lot of this Netflix stuff that came out was really good. Brother Son
Hmm.
was good. The Vince Staples show was hella funny. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? If you haven't seen the Vince Staples show, I would definitely if you like black satirical slash surrealism,
Would you say it's on the frame of like South Side?
is more of a frame of like Atlanta. It's a very in
Okay.
between. It's
Okay.
very in between. Matter of fact, that's a good
Okay.
comp. It's like
Uh-huh.
right in between those two.
South Side in Atlanta.
It's
Okay.
stupid funny and it's
Hmm.
weird at times too. And he merged both of
Okay.
those together. Like Vince
Okay.
Staples, he's funny, man. So okay,
Hmm.
so like even House of Ninjas, which got canceled, The Gentleman, which was really good. I mean, it's a lot of good stuff that came out, man. But like, it's really only boils down to 2 shows.
Yeah.
That's
Go ahead,
Shogun,
Rashad.
and that's The
Hmm.
Penguin.
Hmm.
Now, I'm gonna be very honest. These 2 shows are a coin flip on or how I feel at a moment in time because we did both of these series.
Hmm.
Nobody, yeah, I just want to say like I feel like we're tastemakers in the industry because nobody was talking about watching Shogun. Ain't
Hmm.
nobody really cover it for real, for real.
The Penguin. Anybody
This
really
was
cover
a
Penguin
there wasn't
in the
nobody really
staples?
covering the Penguin for real. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? Like especially Shogun though. Shogun was ended up
Yeah.
being a media darling. We watched it in real time and we talked about each episode at length. You know what I'm saying?
Racked up at the Emmys.
I mean, because it was that good. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then you have the Penguin, which is probably the most masterful TV spinoff of a movie of
Mm.
all time.
All
Like
time. Of
I,
all
I
time.
don't, yeah. I don't know a better spinoff that was a TV show from a movie.
Yeah.
And I don't even like to be honest, man. Like if I was a punk, I would say push, but I had to make a decision.
Right, right. I wanted to. Listen. I was on the verge of being that punk and being like, "Hey, I can't do it, man."
I
But
can't. No. I can't do
all right.
push,
So
man.
let's count to three, Rashad. And we're gonna say it together. All right,
All
ready?
right,
One, two, three.
Shogun.
Shogun. Shogun.
And when I mean the Penguin is like if Shogun was 100, the Penguin is 99.5.
99.5. Yeah, yeah.
And this is from the bottom of my heart, man. Like everybody
This was
who was
yeah.
involved in the Penguin, y'all really
We
was
love
y'all it was
we love you.
Colin Farrell for
Seriously.
coming and put on that suit and the prosthetics every day. Basically, they
Yeah,
had to have that man in a cold warehouse so his face wouldn't melt. Like he earned that check. You know what I'm saying? Like
yeah,
he really did his
yeah.
So what's up, Sophia Botelli as the
Hmm.
most
Oh,
interesting character on the show. Like,
yes,
yeah,
yes,
yeah, man. Like
yes.
I can't like even
Yeah.
what's that man Victor's I forgot his actual name in real life, but the dude played Victor. Man, great
Hmm.
job, man. But Shogun was a damn near perfect television show
Perfect. Yeah.
from top to bottom.
Renzi Felix. Felez.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mr.
Sorry if I
Felez did a
mispronounced.
good job, man.
Yeah. But
Nah, but
yeah.
but
Shogun,
Shogun,
man. First of all, it was beautiful looking. It was it was beautiful looking. I mean, it so I think me and Rashad have made it known that probably the most beautiful series out there is The Lord of the Rings, Rings of Power. The most
mm-hmm.
beautifully shot, how it looks beautiful. And Shogun was right there with it as far without using a lot of CG
Nah, this
that we
was
know
yeah. If they
this was
did, it was
like
hidden very well.
it was right. It was hidden very, very well. This this show was just so good. The build up was fantastic, and the ending payoff of what you thought was about to happen, and you got completely curved, and you're okay with being curved, was wonderful
Mm-hmm.
because he wanted it all along. And he played these people in these pieces like a harp from hell. And our boy Yagashibe, he realized it at the end was like,
It
oh
was
wait,
you this whole time.
it was you the whole time. You put everything in place. You sacrificed people. One of them that, saying the chick, Miracle, she knew she was,
Monica-san,
yeah,
yeah.
Mariko knew she was gonna be sacrificed. I think your son just kind of was a wild card and he stepped out of bounds, but you was even okay with you saying
And
losing
even
him because
use that to his advantage.
right, because you got another son that's coming. You got another little baby right there. It's like, man, kid, I teach this kid not to be such a
He said, man,
jackass
this kid
here.
was he was a bastard,
He,
yo.
he was a little bastard, man, but. But yeah, I mean, it was such a beautiful show, visually, storytelling wise, and and acting. Acting was great. And then the realism too of what I like. When they were talking, when they was in Japan and they were, excuse me, in Japan,
Japan.
you know what I'm saying? In Japan, and they had to speak, they spoke Japanese. It wasn't no, we're going to speak English, but y'all think we're speaking Japanese. No, you had to pay attention and
and
watch
and
this.
and and, and not even that. They spoke in an older Japanese dialect that
Yeah,
they don't even tell it that no more.
yeah,
So they
yeah.
actually did the so
Research,
much
yeah,
research and work and authenticity to that
yes.
era of Japan, of feudal Japan. And
Mm-hmm,
we was just there like I see swords, feudalism,
mm-hmm.
you know what I'm saying, people trying to fight for something they believe in. I'm there.
So
And
me and Rashad were there for because of our childhood. We grew up as at the end. We're the end of that era of Saturday morning kung fu flicks. You know what I'm saying? Seeing stuff like that. Shogun Assassin, Five Deadly Venoms, those stuff. So that like, oh, okay, this seems like it's gonna be cool. And like I said, I apparently this was a remake. I didn't know this was a remake
yeah, I didn't know
series.
something like the
And
early '80s or something. You know
it
what I'm saying?
is whatever. But this right here was definitely show of the year. Um, the Emmys came out a couple of months ago, racked up,
Well
racked
deserved.
all the way up.
Well deserved.
So the way they racked up is the way I expect the Penguin to rack up some stuff later on. You know what I'm saying? Especially with Colin Farrell, getting Best Actor. If he doesn't get Best Actor, I'm gonna really have a problem with this. But
Yeah, because
it,
he
it,
he deserves it.
deserves it. Deserves it.
He deserves it. You deserve it, ma. You deserve
Ma,
everything, ma.
deserve it, ma.
Nah, man, but Shogun was it just was a beautiful, it's a beautiful show. And it's like you were saying, the way that they Euro stepped, pump fake, has he Euro step laid up that ending. Because we think it's about to be an all-out war, and it was much more
Right.
personal and intimate than that.
Yeah.
And I like when my expectations are subverted in a very fulfilling way because I hate
Mm-hmm.
watching stuff and I know what's going to happen. It gets
Mm-hmm.
to the point where I resign myself of thinking about the next thing that's going to happen. I just watch it for what it is because
Mm-hmm.
those are the type of film critics and watchers that I kind of loathe at times because there's
Mm-hmm.
this arrogance of, oh, I know the plot, I'm so smart.
Yeah.
Man, shut your
Mm-hmm.
ass up.
Shut
So
up.
I
Because we
try to
really
watch.
thought we really thought it was gonna be something that it wasn't. That we really
We were expecting
bloodbath.
yeah.
Bloodbath. That's
What
what
was the we was expecting a battle of the bastards
uh
type type battle at the end, and we did not
yeah.
get that, and I appreciate
What
that.
was it? What was it? Crimson Sky? That's what we thought. That was
Oh,
initiate
yo,
Crimson
I
Sky.
said Crimson
I was
Sky's
like,
about to be
oh my
crazy.
God. They're about to see heads on pikes, you know.
Nah, and Crimson Sky was really
Yeah.
just, it was the most covert operation ever. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? And it's, if y'all haven't
Oh,
watched Shogun, man, like y'all need to,
missing out.
y'all
Missing.
definitely missed out. You know what I'm saying?
Missing
Y'all
out.
definitely should
Yeah.
have watched it. Of course, runner up is the Penguin, man. Yeah.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
I mean, even
Definitely.
like, okay, so see if it was TV. Like when we say TV dominated, TV dominated. Even like Fallout was
Mm-hmm.
was amazing. You know what I'm saying?
Uh-huh. Mm-hmm.
House of the Dragon was kind of it fizzled at the end because we didn't really
Mm-hmm.
get to the actual war. We
Yeah.
didn't get to the Dance of the Dragons.
That's right. Um, a show that I watched, Rashad didn't watch. Let me tell you something. So for me, the three best shows that I've seen this year are Shogun, Penguin, and in third place, Interview with a Vampire. Let me explain something to you guys. This show is so good. The acting is so great. And I mean, I said it the first season when it came out, and the second season didn't disappoint either. Um, my man that plays Grey Worm in Lord of the Rings, I think Jacob Anderson is his name, if I'm not mistaken. Jacob Anderson murders this role as Louis Delapointe in this, and if you've seen the movie interview of it, he is playing Tom Cruise, no, Brad Pitt's character, and he is murdering that role. And even the guy that is playing, Lestat is murdering that role. And it has been renewed, if I'm not mistaken, for a third season. I was nervous about the second season because of the young lady who played the daughter in the girl vampire in the first season. She didn't return because she was just like, hey, because of this right here and me doing Avatar, hey, I'm busy. So they recast her.
She
I
said,
was
price of the
nervous,
brick
like
going up,
the price of the brick going up.
yo.
I was so nervous because they recast her. The young lady that replaced her, fantastic job as well. So yeah, I mean, Interviews with a Vampire, and like I said, this was the year of television shows. All right,
Yeah,
Rashad, what's our
man.
next?
What was your best animation?
Okay. So I'm gonna break this up into two different ways. The best animation for me, animations that came out this year, X-Men 97. That
Okay.
story and every episode hitting so hard, except maybe one, or maybe one episode. And the way that they tugged at our heartstrings with I Can't Feel Them. I was some emotional stuff there. So I'm gonna say X-Men 97. However, I know I was late watching this. I binge watched Attack on Titan. I want to officially apologize to everyone, especially this man right here beside me. He has been telling me you need to watch Attack on Titan for like about a year and a half. You need to watch Attack on Titan. You need to watch Attack on Titan. And I said, man, all right, eventually. So I finally watched Attack on Titan. And there's some funny part that got me to watch it. It was Rashad, but also too, shout out to, saying I'm a band head, like Rashad is. Shout out to the Georgia Mass band, summer band. They've played
Like
so
rumbling.
many songs they played so many songs from this series. I was like, I need to check it out. I saw that first episode and and as Leonardo DiCaprio did in Django, better watch out for that loving. It gets he said gets a hold of you like that. That's what happened to Attack on Titan. It got a hold of me just like that. And I binged that entire series. And good God Almighty, I am one of those people that were for years my favorite anime was Dragon Ball Z. Dragon Ball Z was my favorite anime for years. Attack on Titan is now my new favorite anime
Hmm,
of all time. But as
that's what's
far
up.
as movies that came out I mean, not movies, but animated stuff that came out this year, it's X-Men 97. And, and that basically was it took me back to once again my childhood, but I was nervous. And I think Rashad was a little nervous too of how are they going to compete with this from what we had, what I'm saying, when we were in our preteen to teenage years with the
Hmm.
X-Men series. And they knocked it out the park. Um, I want to say one thing. I know he is problematic. Some of the stuff that may have went down with this was a showrunner, Mr. DeMaio. I want to give you your flowers for this show, for putting this show together and writing. But whatever problematic things that may have happened that got you fired from your position, Hope you get them looked at or whatever. But this show right here was fantastic, Rashad.
Yeah, X-Men 97 was and is an amazing homage to the 90s and a great way of telling people, look, you can make nostalgia without it being nostalgia bait.
Mm-hmm.
With that being said,
Here we
my
go.
favorite animation of the year is an
Yes.
anime named Windbreaker. Windbreaker does the thing in anime that I am a sucker for every time. And
Okay.
I'm always a sucker for shonen anime, number one. And then two, it sounds corny as hell, but the power of friendship gets me every time. Like the way that this kid gets ingratiated into this school, because you know in anime they always in these like random schools, and there's like levels, like you like a first year, second year, and all that.
Mhm.
And he gets ingratiated into the school, and everybody's looking at him like, yo, like, why are you acting like a jerk? Like, I just need you to chill out. Like, you here,
Mhm.
you us, stop acting like you're not us. And
Mhm.
it just develops on that to the point where they have to fight a rival school. And the fighting, the heart, the writing, the music,
Mhm.
like, so good. If you haven't seen Windbreaker, I would definitely implore you to go watch season one of Windbreaker.
I think it's on Prime. I think I just
I
saw
think it's
this
on
on Prime.
Prime. It's on Prime or it's on Max. It's on one of them. I would
Okay.
definitely employ you to watch Windbreaker. Windbreaker is my best animation of the year.
You know what it sounds like to me? It's that sounds somewhat it's different bases, but it sounds like what's the one that I loved a year or two ago? Tokyo Revengers.
Yeah. I watched Tokyo Revengers too, but like
Yeah.
after about the end of the
Yeah.
second season, I was like, yo, we're doing the same thing over and over again. I'm done.
Yeah.
So yeah,
I say, yeah, I'm done.
yeah, I
Yeah,
can't
that
keep
that first
watching.
season, the first season
Yeah,
though was
yeah, I can't keep
fantastic.
watching you go back in time and had the butterfly effect. Like I get it. You're not going to change the
Uh-huh.
world. All right.
Okay.
Aside from that, and just like you, I gotta apologize to y'all as well. I went back this year and watched Jujutsu Kaisen. If you don't
Yeah.
watch that next, if you don't watch Jujutsu Kaisen next, you already be doing the meme stuff from the show already. So you gonna
You
like
talking to
it.
me? You
Yes,
talking to
you.
me?
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
still in the middle. I'm still in the middle of the first season.
Okay. I'm about to say
I gotta fin-
you be doing
no,
domain
no.
expansion like you know what's up. So like I'm
No,
just
no,
saying.
no, no, yo,
Okay,
no, no,
okay,
no.
all right,
Yeah,
all right.
no, no. I've been watching. Yeah, it's just
I
yeah,
apologize.
stuff,
I'm
stuff come
sorry.
up, man.
I apologize.
I'm like,
Jujutsu
that was a
Kaisen.
threat.
Jujutsu Kaisen is so good, yo. Like they was cooking when they was making that, yo. Oh my god, can I
Hmm.
wait for season three? And don't say read the manga. I don't want to read it. I want to watch it. That's how I enjoy media: watching, not reading. I read for utility, not
Hmm.
for entertainment. Okay, I just want to make that very clear. So, what was your just your personal favorite of the year? Something you watched, you was like, yo, like this ain't the best thing, but like I really love this thing.
Um, hmm.
And it could be your best thing. It doesn't matter. Just what was your personal favorite
TV
of
show or movie?
anything?
Okay. Um, I'll say this movie wise, Deadpool and Wolverine. It was just fun. It was so much fun to watch that movie. And they gave me what I wanted in a Deadpool Wolverine and what I expect in a Deadpool Wolverine Marvel movie. So for that, TV show wise, what I had the most fun watching, what is my favorite? Man, it might be the Penguin, man. It might be the Penguin.
Yeah.
It's the penguin. It's the penguin, and I'm gonna say close second to that. Like I said, I know I was late watching it. Attack on Titan. Like
Nah.
I was really invested in that show, and then how it ended was just wonderful. And it's like they left it open
Because
for
it's gonna be a
maybe if
season
they
two.
were, yeah.
Season two greenlit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
What, for the Penguin?
I think it's about X-Men '97. Yeah, no, for the
No, no,
Penguin,
I said
yeah. Oh, they
attack. I
could
said attack.
easily.
No, I was saying Attack on Titan was
Oh,
the
my,
other
my
show
bad, my
that
bad, my bad.
I
I don't know
thought
why
I
I
said,
was
oh,
thinking about myself.
I
My
said they're doing
bad.
the spinoff season on Attack on Titan. Boy, don't play
Nah,
with me.
then
Yeah,
that show
yeah,
was done, yo.
yeah.
Um, the
But
Penguin, they like
yeah.
Colin Farrell said, "Yo, if they want me back, I'll come back." You know what I'm saying? He
Mm-hmm.
did say it. So
Mm-hmm.
it depends on how they want to work out the rest of that side. Seeing
Yes.
how James Gunn is officially in the kitchen. Go back and watch our Superman trailer reaction and discussion.
Pull up to the
Because
kitchen with the strong magic stick. My man. Flipping
you
the
said
bricks. Flipping the flipping.
in the kitchen, wrist whipping like a stir
Flipping like
fry.
a stir fry. Yo.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
My favorite thing of the year, excuse me, that I had the most fun watching
Mhm.
probably was X-Men '97. I just had a
Okay.
real fun time watching X-Men '97.
Hmm.
Even like I had fun doing the reviews for that. And
Yeah.
from week to week, I think there was a lot of it just was a lot of good. It was like the vibes was there, man. Like
Yeah.
X-Men '97, I mean, the stories was good, but it was a lot of vibes with that. You know what I'm saying? Like
Right.
the vibes were really high
Right.
in X-Men '97, and they pulled it off. Like that's probably like the number one vibe show of the year. Because I mean,
Oh yeah.
the plots was decent, you know what I'm saying? But like the animation,
Hmm.
they had like I think they had some of the best moments. And
Yeah.
they did a real good job of just constructing that show into very small pieces.
Uh-oh.
So I really appreciate
Yeah.
um, the MCU for even letting them do that.
Yeah. Because they gave us that's and like I said, that's probably like my number two most fun show, favorite show to watch. Because it gave us a lot of iconic scenes that we saw as kids in comics, and they put it into the actual show, which
Yeah,
makes it even,
yeah.
saying like when Wolverine getting his adamantium ripped out of his skeleton, and then when it ended and you see, Apocalypse is in Sabanur before he becomes Apocalypse, and him holding the Gambit card at the end, and we know what's about to happen with that. I'm not going to spoil that for people who don't know.
Most fun I had like just as a bonus thing, I had a
Hmm.
lot of fun reviewing Man of Web with my cousin Nadia because the movie was just so trash. Like we had
Yeah.
we
So
had big
I
fun
just want to reiterate,
reviewing that trash
I
movie.
I made it. I
Very
said,
clear.
Rashad, very clear. I refuse. I said, you got to find somebody else for that. Shout out to Nadia. You did an amazing job filling in. I was not going to do it. I watched that episode. I watched the episode, and you were just like, yeah, Tony ain't here. He said he woke up seeing it. He didn't need to see it. Whatever. So, yeah, I mean, listen, I work with the entertainment reporter, and he tries to find something good in every movie. He tries to find something good every. He reviewed this movie. I've never seen this man lambaste a movie the way he lambasted Madam Web before in my life. Like I was at work like this, like, and he did it on air. And I think the best quote I've seen about this movie is they said Sydney Sweeney tits couldn't even save this movie.
Mm.
Shout out to you, Sydney Sweeney, but they said Sydney
Yo, that
Sweeney
is
tits
wild.
couldn't even save this movie.
All right, man.
Yeah.
As I just don't segue from that. I just want to say, man, like we had a really good year
Yeah.
on the channel. A lot of growth, a lot of the good things happening. The 25 shows gonna come probably by the first or second week in January. And we're
Hmm.
gonna talk about what we're looking forward to for 2025. 2025
Hmm.
is gonna be just as packed. on the movie side as it was on the TV
Mm-hmm.
side this year. We got crazy amount of movies coming out. We're gonna talk about what we're looking forward to seeing. There's probably gonna be some things that we find that we didn't even know was coming out. And we're gonna talk about that as well. Definitely make sure you stay tuned to the channel. Channel updates coming probably on that episode as well.
Mm-hmm.
Reviews of What If season 3, the finale season, as well as the sleeper show of the season, Creature Commandos. If you don't watch the Creature Commandos,
I know you're
I'm saying
missing
that
out,
you
man.
need to watch Creature. Did you see the last episode, episode 4?
Yes. Yes, I did,
Dog,
yo.
yo.
Heartbreaking.
James Gunn almost got me in the back. I was like, oh
Listen,
boy.
James Gunn has already gotten me in one movie, and Rashad know what movie that is. That is Guardians of the Galaxy 3.
Oh, he got me
I
too.
don't I
He
don't
got he
cry in
got me.
movies.
He got me too.
I cried in Guardians of the Galaxy. In
That
Guardians of
damn
the Galaxy
rocket,
3.
yo.
Multiple times I cried in that movie. My eyes watered like, oh my God. Like,
But nah, man,
yeah.
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 Like if I didn't have to go somewhere, I would have been in the back boo-hooing, yo. Like, yo,
Yeah.
oh, yeah, I had to hold that cry in like a G.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
yeah. I'm
saying?
like,
No,
so
no, I'm not gonna cry today. I can't. I
I'm
got
not
stuff
gonna
to
be nobody,
do.
bitch. That's what
I got stuff
right.
to do. All right, so
Hmm.
definitely gonna review that, and then we'll tell
Yeah,
you all the stuff we're gonna be reviewing next year. But yeah,
indeed.
we appreciate you guys. Make sure that you are
Yes,
subscribed to any all the things. If you with us on the podcast side, we see you.
yeah,
We appreciate you. We love y'all.
yes,
On the YouTube side, it's a lot of y'all still lurking.
yeah,
Do yourself a favor and subscribe. You know what I'm saying? Trying to get to
yeah.
2K, trying to get to at least 3K watch hours. We're almost like a third way there. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
we can actually start monetizing this stuff and do what we really love to do. Cause like, don't nobody want to work no real
Yeah.
job.
You're
Like,
right, man. You know what I'm
get out of
saying?
here. Real
You know what I'm
jobs is
saying?
trash. You know what I'm saying? So
Trash,
like
for real.
we trying to do this thing a little bit bigger every year, but like the growth is just
Hmm.
incremental. So
Yes,
we appreciate the growth. We appreciate y'all. Happy
yes.
holidays, man. Till next time.
Cheers to 2024. Great year, y'all. Peace.